Hello everyone, I'm Fred Oakman here with Mr. Jake Peters, listening to PS This Is Awesome, a PlayStation podcast. This is episode 379, where I dive into our thoughts on all things PlayStation. Before we jump in, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/PS This Is Awesome, where you can also watch the video version of the podcast, and you can check out our trophy list on the PlayStation Network. I'm Anchor_81, and Jake is JakeSaw01. Send your thoughts to psthisisawesome@gmail.com. Share the show with your friends, and don't forget to rate us. This podcast airs for free every Wednesday on your preferred streaming platform. But for those who sign up for our Patreon for just $1 a month, you can join the one and only $1 Club, get a free die-cut vinyl sticker, plus a shout-out on our show. Most times, you also get the show a day or two early. If that is something that interests you, visit patreon.com/PS This Is Awesome to support us. And remember, if you like our podcast, it does us a lot of good. If you can like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. That out of the way, Jake, how are you doing?
I'm doing just fine. It's Tuesday. It's kind of an off day for us because we were playing a show yesterday for Memorial Day at Rising River. It was a good time. Started off a little clunky, I think, because we haven't really played hardly at all in all winter. But thought we sounded good. That playback that Jason played a little bit of sounded really good.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool to see, like, if he actually bounces those tracks to you. It'd be cool to see.
Yeah. So
I think we should honestly, like.
So he multi-tracked it, and he gave.
I was actually gonna say, yeah. I was actually gonna say, like. Obviously, we need to do a studio album at some point, but we should just record a fucking live album. Like, at one of the shows that we do that he's at, where he's dialing in the sound, just record, like, I mean, if you've got a big enough USB stick, just record literally the whole fucking concert, and then just pick, like, 10 songs that sound the best, and be like, this is a live album. We could honestly release it, and it would probably be pretty cool.
It would be kind of cool. I agree. I think that would be kind of neat. Yeah, so we'll see. He multi-tracked it. I set my GoPro up and recorded a bit of the set. So my plan is to sync the multi-tracked audio with whatever angle of camera shot I had there, and maybe get a YouTube video of us, with a good song or something. So
yeah, I mean, we could probably set something up. I mean, I've got a few different cameras. I know you've got a GoPro. I mean, we could probably get, like, a pretty cool just array of different...
a live music video.
Yeah, and then you could almost... I mean, you could probably have somebody even walk around a bit with the camera. Like, if you got Andy... Like, dude, Andy would be all over that.
Yeah, he's
if
got
you're
his
just
drone
like,
and
hey...
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would be fucking cool.
I've got that really cool stabilizer too, like that handheld gimbal for the iPhone. So, and that works amazing. I got it for the One Up by Land video shit we were doing.
Yeah, it's really it would be really a cool thing to just do. Because I'll be honest, like, when we play, I hear the. Like, my internal version of those songs are the live versions, right? So when we do the studio recordings, they sound weird to me because that's not what they sound like when we play them. So, and I'm not saying that they sound bad or good or otherwise. They sound great because Troy does a great job with the mixing, and we, obviously the recordings and everything are good. Yeah. But, like, there's like a... you expect it to sound a certain way, like when we're practicing or when we're playing live. There's like an energy to it that I think sometimes gets lost in the studio process. Yeah,
I'd love to do a live, like, just like not even like a live, this is live at so-and-so, but like record a record like in a live room. I think maybe dub the vocals on after, but like get the music captured live. That's where you really capture the magic.
I know this is probably maybe not like the greatest place, but have you ever played on the main stage at Titusville Ironworks inside? Like, I wonder what that sounds like if you've got like a real good sound system in that room, because it's kind of big and industrial. If it's got kind of like a natural reverb to it that would sound good.
Dude,
I'm not really sure.
Big Rail in Grove City, we're playing there July 6th, 4th of July weekend on that Sunday. They have a huge stage now, and they run all their own sound. So,
oh, really?
I don't know, because Sunny at the Station played there the same night we were at Rising River, and Sunny at the Station played on the smaller stage, but they still had a guy running sound for them. I don't know if they're going to put us on the bigger stage or not. I would love to be on that bigger stage, because I've seen, like my friend Tyler Smilo's band played there, and on the big stage they sounded great. I saw the Des Lawns on the big stage, they were great. Dude, it'd be cool to play at bigger stage at Big Rail, especially that weekend. Like, if it's packed, they might just put us on the bigger stage.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool. I'm hoping, because those stages give you a lot more space, and they're just a lot more fun to use, you know. And people take you more seriously when you're on a bigger stage. So
yeah.
Anyways,
We'll have to get some. We'll have to get some.
What's that? Man, never fails. This time of the podcast, Jake always cuts out for some reason.
Pyrotechnics.
Yeah, we'll get some pyrotechnics, man. You cut out for a little bit. I heard it all.
Yeah.
It all got caught up. It's weird when that happens.
Okay.
I don't know how it does it, but you disappear for like 20 seconds, and then it comes back on, and I didn't miss anything, but we're talking in real time. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I have no idea, man. I'm not really sure why that sometimes happens.
It just happens this time of every show. It's not a big deal. All right, well, instead of like going into all the crap going on, I hope everybody had a nice Memorial Day weekend. It was my birthday. We had a show at Rising River. It was fun. Jake and I, the Flood played. It was good. Our buddy Jason Shaner came out and ran sound for us, which was awesome. Every time he does sound, it's just, you play with so much more confidence. It's nice having somebody turn the knobs for you and making sure that, you know, you're not blasting people out or you're not whatever.
It's so nice too that he like adjusts shit on the fly, because like even we, you know, sounded pretty good at the beginning and everything, but like I noticed like as like the first set kind of was going on that it was a little kind of thumpy just around me because of the you know, the amp you know, sitting in front of my amp plus the monitors and stuff, and he tuned that out pretty quickly throughout the show. And so it's a level of experience or a level of attention that the pros get that we're not quite used to, but it's cool to have somebody that's willing to do it for us.
And someone in our corner, yeah, right. He's been such a supporter of what we've been doing. It's cool. So one last not news thing, but thing that happened over the weekend that I thought was cool was I discovered this new artist. His name's Dan Reeder, Reeder, I believe. And I subscribe to the YouTube channel Western AF, and they have a lot of cool stuff. I'm a big fan of the Des Lawns, and I saw that Riley from the Des Lawns, Riley Downing, was in this YouTube feature for this Dan Reeder guy. Dan Reeder. Sorry, I think maybe I said his name wrong. Reeder, Reeder, I believe. But anyhow, he's like this. He's a visual artist. Like he does like painting and stuff. He's an artist through and through. He's an older gentleman, and man, he was actually picked up when John Prine was still around. John Prine had a record label called Oh Boy Records, and he picked up this guy Dan Reeder, and Dan Reeder's kind of like on the outskirts of like folk music or something. Like he's just different, man. He's got comedy in his lyrics. He's got a lot of heart, a lot of sincerity. Well, anyways, they had this YouTube video where he did 3 songs, and the second song really got my attention. It's called Work Song, and it's just like this almost like a Southern Baptist choir singing this really beautiful harmony, and it just builds and it builds and it builds and it builds. But the lyrics are just something. I've got all the fucking work I need, or something like that is what it says. But it's just over and over and over, and it's so good. But he's got a couple other really great songs, and so I discovered this guy personally. And then you know who Phoebe Bridges is. She does a cover of one of his songs that I saw, and it's just absolutely bonkers good. Like his version's good, but when Phoebe puts her spin on it, man, great musician, this Dan Reeder guy. Now I can't vouch for everything he's put out, but I'm kind of on a kick right now and enjoying a lot of this guy's art. So If you guys are interested in something different, check it out. But we're gonna get right into it, Jake. We're starting kind of late in the evening. It's Tuesday. It's after 7 p.m. already. It's gonna be a short show. We haven't really done a whole lot of notes. We did minimal preparation for this podcast, so I apologize to the listeners if we are not offering something as professional as we normally do. But
I put up a few things
awesome.
We can kind of chat about if you want.
Good. Yeah. Well, let's
kind of drive it.
Start with games that we're playing real quick. I beat Octopath Traveler 2, and I was like, all right, cool, game's over. And then it's like, nope, all 8 travelers wake up around a campfire, and now there's like this purple mist everywhere, and now there's like an end game. And it's like, oh, you got to do this to get to the true ending. So now all of a sudden, all of the travelers are working in a concerted effort for an end goal. The game up until this point, you were just chasing each individual's goal. And now they're all working together. And you had to go put out these flames. And, dude, I've got, I don't know, 78 hours into this game. And the little ticker on the PlayStation says completion, 98% completed. I'm at the very final boss now, and I got to his last iteration and got squad wiped. So the entire game, minor spoiler, you can use 4 of your 8 characters. This final boss, it permits you to use all 8, which you'd think like, oh, this is going to be easy. But dude, it's so difficult. And the highest level you needed to really achieve to beat the game itself before the true ending was like 45. And I have characters in the level 70s, and I'm having trouble with this final boss. And I'm just like really annoyed. So you beat the first iteration of him. Halfway through the first iteration, he takes all of your 4 best players and then shoots out the other 4 you haven't been using. And then you got to whittle his health down another halfway. And then once you do that, so you essentially have to beat him twice with each configuration of your 4 people. And then he turns into a bigger being that has these 2 big-ass arms that have their own power. And you got to dismantle his arms while he's like fucking like trying to squad wipe you the whole time. And then after his arms are dismantled, you have to take the body out. I've gotten this far. I've taken the body out. And I'm like, okay, I beat it. And nope, he reiterates a 3rd time, a 4th time maybe, I don't know. And he effectively drains all of your magic and BP, which is like not your body points, but it's called BP or SP or something. But it's like skill points that you acquire each round of a battle. You get an extra notch, and you can use these notches to unleash better skills. So I had all my characters at perfect level, ready to go for the last iteration, and he did something and they lost everything. And then he had like 5 succession attacks after that. And he's like, boom, killed one, boom, killed one, boom, killed one, boom, killed one. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? It took me literally probably 15 tries to get him to that point, and then he just wiped everybody out. And I'm just like, I wanted to murder somebody. I woke up at 4 a.m, and I couldn't think anything but trying to, like, I'm going to fucking beat this guy. And I spent like 2.5 hours trying to fight him and get back to that point. And I couldn't even get back to that point. And I don't want to sit there and grind. And I don't even know if grinding is going to make it so that I can beat him. I just think it's a strategy thing. And then come to find out that, like, throughout the game, there was, like, a mini thing where, like, if you found rusted weapons, there was a secret blacksmith that if you took the fucking weapons to, he would turn them into these epic weapons. But no, I fucking sold off the rusted weapons because why the hell wouldn't you? And you can't get them back after you sell them. And it's like, okay, so now I have to... It's just like fucking broken at the end. And it pisses me off. And a lot of people were like pissed off about this last boss. A lot of people try... And then you get on like fucking YouTube and like people are like one-shotting the boss somehow. Like some sort of weird, like they have everything perfectly on every character. And they're just... Yeah. You know, there's just so much RNG in this game. In these battles. Like you don't know which of your character is going to go first. It's dependent on their skill. It depends on his skill or speed, sorry. And then... You just don't know you can only prepare for so much, and this is probably where the listeners are probably like, get fucking good, dude. And it's like, dude, I didn't spend 70 plus hours in this game to be fucking stonewalled by some bullshit boss at the end. It's really annoying. But I still love this game and what it's trying to do. It's just like, why? Why is it so fucking hard? All my characters are way past the maximum level you needed to beat the game, and I still can't beat this boss. It just pisses me off. This kind of shit pisses me off.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, I generally don't like multi-stage bosses anyway.
Yeah.
And I know that that's like a thing in JRPGs, and I wouldn't be surprised if even most people actually like it, because they want to know, like, especially in the Final Fantasy games, like the next iteration of the boss was like something insane, you know what I mean? And you're kind of expecting that, but so often it's just like, oh, you like literally work your fingers to the bone. You've basically used all of your resources and been in this battle for 45 minutes just to get this boss killed, and then he just comes back in a stronger form. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know. Like, it's one of these things where it's just like, I just want to fight what I'm fucking fighting. Like, I don't want to have to, like, wonder if the next iteration, and I get it, it's just like, you try, you fail, you try again, you get it. That's kind of part of the game. Mm-hmm. But, I've done it enough times at this point where I'm just like, I don't know. And I know a game like that is just like, oh, I guess you just fucking grind it out until your characters are like level 99, and then it's easier to beat the boss.
Yeah,
and it's like,
I don't know.
But some bosses, in these games have these abilities that transcend even your ability to grind. Like, for example, and it's kind of similar to what you were saying, I was just playing this boss, or I was maybe a few days ago, I was playing this boss in Expedition, where he would have this attack that would just remove a character from the battle completely. And there's no way to get him back. It didn't kill him, just remove them from the battle completely. And it's like, okay, and you have to like do a dodge, like a very specific dodge to not get thrown from the battle. But then if you miss, it's like, oh, well, I guess I just don't have that character now for the rest of the boss fight because I missed one dodge. And it's like, I don't know. It's just like these things where, like, I don't know. I sound like such a whiny bitch about it. And there are certain things in life where I think that, and I, to be clear, a game like Expedition, I don't really have a problem with it because they have difficulty levels where it's like, if I'm stuck and I really don't want to deal with this, I can bump the difficulty down, I can beat the boss, I can move to the next section. But Octopath doesn't have difficulty levels, does it? Like, no. You just gotta fucking grind it out. That's how you make it easy. And I don't know, man. It's like, how much of your time is worth it, right? Yeah. It's like, I gotta, now I gotta, because I'm not as good or as strategic, the way that I beat this game is just like, oh, I just gotta, play it for 20 more hours than you so I can grind it out more.
Well, I'm on the Reddit, dude.
And brute force it.
Yeah, I'm on Reddit now, and people are just being like, yeah, anything past level like 65 isn't really going to do anything for you. And they're like, it's just team optimization and blah, 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 blah. And then somebody wrote in there like, yeah, well, I couldn't fucking beat him until I was level 80, so... So apparently it does matter, but it takes infinitely longer to go from like 65 to 66 as it does from 1 to 2. So by the time you get to fucking 80, you've got another 25 fucking hours in of grinding just to beat the boss. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. I get to a point with the games like that where it's just like, I'm not quite as maybe committed to like the act of having to have a game beat. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm at the final boss. If I know that it's the final boss and I've fucking banged my head against the wall against this thing for 5 hours, sometimes I'll just be like, you know what, this is ruining my experience of this game. I'm just gonna put it down. I'll look up the ending, whatever that is. Now, if you're looking for the trophy or you're looking for the achievement or whatever, that's a whole different story. But I'd hate to see the end, this last boss, like ruin your experience with the game because it's a little bit cheap, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's just frustrating because every time I go back to my home menu, it's just like 98% complete. It's just like all I have to fucking do is beat this fucking boss. I've gotten this far, and it's like all of my time now feels wasted until I just do this. I don't know. I could just watch it on YouTube and be done with it.
I get it, man. I mean, obviously you would prefer to beat it for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I was stuck on Valkyria Chronicles 3 for the longest time, and it ruined the game for me for a long time. And then I went back to it and beat it, and it felt so damn good.
Yeah.
So maybe this is one of those things where I just got to set it down. I haven't touched any other fucking games for over a month now because of Octopath 2, and now it's just like, oh yeah, it's just like, I dare you to try to beat me, and it's like, I just want to move on, and I probably should. But there's still that itch that I can't scratch with it, and I just want to fucking put it behind me for good. I don't want to have to come back to it later. I just want to get it out of the way now. I don't know. I digress.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's what I'm doing. Jake, what about you?
I'm playing Octopath. My brain got sidetracked. I'm playing Clair Obscur still. I did download Doom: The Dark Ages, but I have not started it yet. So I really do want to get through Clair Obscur, and I am making good progress. I'm not stuck or anything like that. But Sarah was really interested in it, so he actually started playing it, and I think that's gonna make Seth happy because him and her can talk about it. But she started playing it and has been kind of learning it a little bit, which is kind of cool. Just kind of talking about it, trying to explain to her how the combat works and stuff, because it is kind of, the combat in the game is very deep for somebody who's not used to playing these types of games, and even for me who's played a fair amount of JRPGs. It's like very overwhelming at first, where it's like it's just constantly introducing new systems to you, and then you just kind of get steeped in it and you understand what's going on. But I think I'm closing in on the end of Act 2. So I probably have, based on my hour count, maybe another 7 to 10 hours left in the game. So I haven't played it like a whole lot over the weekend. Just because Saturday I got up early because of something. I don't know. We did something. I don't remember. Something Saturday. I don't even fucking remember. And then Sunday we had practice in the morning. And I usually play video games first thing in the morning. So when we do something like get up and have practice first thing in the morning, I might play for like a half an hour before practice. And I play before work every day, but I can only play so much because I'm not getting up at the ass crack. I already get up early, but I get up enough to play like maybe 45 minutes before work or whatever. So
yeah.
But yeah, it's going good. But I'm anxious to start playing some other stuff. I have been playing a little bit of Richard on my Steam Deck. I didn't bring this up on the podcast last time, but I think I told you right after that I installed it on my PC, played through that section where I was having like the visual glitch, and then went back to my Steam Deck, and it seems to have fixed it.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that, yeah.
So because playoff hockey's on right now, I've been taking my Steam Deck out and like on commercial breaks and during intermissions and stuff, just playing through, just continuing to play Richard on my Steam Deck while I watch hockey. So that's another kind of video game related thing. And then we started back up with The Last of Us Season 2. So we've watched 5 episodes now, and then I believe they're all out now. So we have 2 more to watch. So I'm hoping to watch the last couple episodes here shortly. Have you watched any more of it? I think you said you watched the first episode.
Yeah, I'm through 4 of them now.
Okay. Just kind of like general thoughts. Like, how do you feel about it? Like, I'm kind of torn on primarily the way that they wrote Ellie in this season, but generally I think it's been all right.
I think I don't know. The listeners all should have fucking played the game by now. If you haven't, then just fast forward. I don't know. I'm not putting fucking things in the... I'll just say this. This is about the TV series. Is I feel like the actress who plays Ellie is playing her a little too angry. A little too angry, a little too on the nose. So far, she seems to me she's less. I feel like in the game, her anger was there, impalpable, but it wasn't so much on display until.
Well, I think I think I understand what you're saying, and my sort of takeaway is this is kind of what I was getting at with how she was written. Like, it's in the game, she kind of is just sort of smoldering the whole time. Whereas, like, in the TV show, she's very, like, immature and, like, lashing out and, like, you know what I mean? Where it's, like, she seems much more, like, I kind of see how you could maybe think she seems more angry because she just, like, is more outbursts. Like, it's more immature kind of
Yeah,
presentation.
it's kind of like a spoiled brat in a way.
Right. And I think that's just how she's written, because in the game, like I said, she's not like that. She's much more, like, subdued and, like,
more mature.
Like, you can tell
anger.
she's angry. Like she's angry the whole time, but she's very much more, like, quiet and, like, I don't know. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I think Bella Ramsey's performance is good. I just don't like how the character is written, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Well,
but I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. I've heard episodes. I haven't watched episode 6 yet, but I've heard it's pretty good. It's the one that Neil Druckmann directed. So I'm anxious to kind of get to that and check it out.
Yeah, I'm catching a lot of just headlines about the finale and how it was lackluster. And
oh, really?
Yeah. But
interesting.
Maybe they just built it up to something they couldn't deliver on. I have no clue.
I mean, what could they really do? Because they're literally quitting. The season ends, like, in the middle of the game. Like, there's not, you know what I mean? It's not like it went all the way to before the Santa Barbara part where they're, like, back at the farm or whatever, and it's kind of like a premature ending to the game. They're just, I mean, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know where the story goes, but I have to imagine, just based on the pace of things, that they're literally just ending it in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was maybe a little bit tough to build something crazy to drop the season off with. So, I don't know. I almost kind of wish they would have just taken one more year and then just released 14 episodes and had it be the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Rather than... this splitting it up, because we're gonna have to probably wait 2 more years to get the second half of this story, if we even get the whole rest of the game. Because I could see them maybe even going farther and splitting off that whole end section in Santa Barbara into, like, a 4th season, just based on how much material is left. So I don't know. I mean, it could be kind of weird.
Yeah,
we shall see.
I don't know, man. I'm just kind of, like, annoyed with everything today. I'm just tired. But I don't know. We did have some brief listener feedback, and it kind of irritated me. But, dude, at some points, like, I'm like, yeah, it'd be really cool to have a big listener base. And other points, I'm just like, fuck this. Like, people are so...
You can't handle the guff.
Well, I can handle the guff, but I mean, to me, it's just like the internet just sucks in general. For the most part, you know what I mean? The internet just kind of sucks. when it comes to people's interactions with other people. Like, people just want to say whatever they want to say. And it didn't even bother me on any personal level whatsoever. What bothered me is if somebody took the fucking time to throw shade at a podcast they don't even fucking listen to based on the most ridiculous thing in the world. And by that, I'm going to get into it so you guys can see real quick what I'm talking about. So, one black talent, I think, said that we should be leaning into, or maybe it was, who was the guy who said that Big Box maybe should lean into the AI, right? The AI art, because it's fucking funny
the
as
humor
shit.
stuff.
Yeah, so we had this hilarious YouTube graphic of Hideo Kojima chasing the USB drive off the cliff.
Yeah.
And random person, Bobby Basketball 1999-9 writes, "Is that AI?" And I go, unashamedly, the thumbnail is AI. I said, we have no artistic talent, nor do we have the money or time to pay someone to make thumbnails for us. We find the thumbs that AI makes for our episodes hilarious. Jake, my co-host, is also AI. Fred. Funny fucking response, I think. They write, lame, horrible for artists, and horrible for the environment. And then I had to lean in. And I just go, well, even if we didn't have access to AI art, we wouldn't be hiring any artists. So in this specific situation, the artist doesn't lose out, as they had absolutely no skin in the game to begin with our podcast. We're not replacing anybody or cutting a job out. And then I said, regarding the environment, yeah, I agree it's not exactly healthy, but I would imagine there are far worse things for our environment that are happening on a minute-to-minute basis than us generating one graphic a week for our lame podcast. And they write back, whatever helps you sleep at night, dude. Thumbs down. And I just let it go. I'm like, I just am not going to get baited into that bullshit. And it's so... like, could you imagine if we had thousands of listeners, like... But, like, I would imagine if we had listeners to a degree, like, they would probably understand our humor and get it. But this is just some random person who just showed up and, like, had some shit to say. But...
I mean, you could have literally... You probably could have literally just said, yeah, it's a meme on our show. You should check it out. And then, like, that probably would have been a good enough way to answer it, but... It
doesn't even matter. I mean, the fact that I called you AI is funny as shit. What's that?
Yeah, I was going to say, you engaged the trolls. It's probably not.
Well,
but I get it, man. Sometimes it strikes you at the wrong time.
Well, I went into the fucking trenches all. And I don't regret it. It's just like... I just don't understand people. And, like, that's the fucking hill you want to die on? You want to show up to a show that gets 30 fucking views on YouTube and, like, fucking call us out on making an AI image on our fucking podcast? Okay, cool. I'm glad...
I mean, how did he... Is it just that he commented on the video because he saw the thumbnail?
Maybe. I have no idea. Maybe they are a listener. I'm presuming they're not, because they would fucking have heard us talk about the AI graphic, you know, previously. Yeah. I'm going to guess that they have no idea what the hell we do and what we're about.
Interesting. I don't know. It's whatever.
It's just annoying.
I think that it's... I generally agree that there are things that need to be figured out in terms of art generation with AI and stuff like that. But I think that it's totally fine to use it in, like, a funny capacity. Like, it's not like we're selling it as our own art or anything like
That's
that.
That's what I said. Unashamedly, it is AI. Yes. We're wearing it on our fucking sleeve because everybody's so fucking scared of this shit. I understand, like you're saying, dude. Like, people, AI bots are making fucking country songs better than anything I can write. It's definitely threatening all artists. I get it, but it's what we fucking have. What are you gonna do? Not use it? You're just gonna not use it? Great.
Yeah, it's gonna run the world eventually anyway. You might as well
find the right hill to die on. That's not the way to do it. Is to call out your mom and pop podcast for using a graphic that's funny. Like, that's not. You know, I'm sure you could.
We're all just trying to survive out here.
It's so fucking ridiculous. Anyways, I don't really care. I just thought it was funny. Moving into news. We don't have new games coming out this week, so that was listener feedback. June PlayStation Plus games have been announced. We're getting NBA 2K25. We're getting Alone in the Dark, Bomb Rush Cyber Funk, and Destiny 2: The Final Shape, which is kind of interesting. But anything on those, Jake?
Alone in the Dark looked interesting, but it kind of like came and went, so I don't know if it's a I don't really know what people thought about it. Maybe it was kind of mid. I'm not really sure. That Bomb Rush Cyberpunk game, isn't that like the Jet Set Radio kind of clone thing?
I think so.
Or spiritual successor. So that might be kind of interesting. NBA 2K25 is huge. I'm not going to play it because I'm just not a big basketball person. Maybe if it was NBA Jam 2K25, I'd play it. But, and then Destiny 2: The Final Shape. That's awesome that we're getting that. And from what I understand, it's really good.
Yeah.
But I'm so lost as far as the story and everything goes that I just don't know if it would mean anything to me if I played it. So, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad that people are able to get it, but I don't know how important it is for the average bear, other than just having that content if you wanted to go back and kind of play through all the single players, the story stuff, I mean, as far back as you can go, because some of it was sunsetted, so it's not like you can get all the way back, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
You can at least play the shit right up to the end, I suppose. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's fine. It's a fine month. I'm probably not going to play any of these games.
Yeah.
But,
all right. Well, I have a couple news points, Jake. While we were talking, I put some stuff on here. I know you say you found some stuff. Want to dive into this stuff real quick since I have it in front of me, and then you can chat on your stuff and like you said, drive it.
Sure.
All right. FTC's officially dropped its long-running case against Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard, calling the move a decision in the public's best interest after repeated legal setbacks. Microsoft President Brad Smith hailed the outcome as a victory for players and common sense as the company now moves forward. Coinciding with this week's news, the Hellblade 2 is coming to PS5. So this whole big thing, the Activision Blizzard acquisition is now, as far as I'm concerned, done. They dropped their case against Microsoft, FTC, so it's now tons of wasted money and time of everybody's part.
I had no idea this was even still happening.
I didn't either. People quit talking
Microsoft
about it.
has already purchased Activision. They've been publishing Activision shit for a while now. It's like, I don't know. I mean, it's fine. Who cares? I mean, like you said, at this point, it's like, I mean, I don't know that the FTC is federally funded, but considering it's the Federal Trade Commission, I would certainly think that it probably is, and how much of our tax money has gone into them fucking chasing this case for the last 3 years. So,
yeah,
I don't know. Just let them. At this point, just let them have it, and you know, stop wasting our money.
Dude, I totally get it. Yeah, it's just, I'm over talking about that stupid thing. I was over it a year ago. Next news point, after weeks of speculation about Sony skipping its usual May showcase, reliable insider Jeff Grubb now claims a state of play is tentatively planned for June, though likely smaller in scale and set to follow Summer Game Fest. While still unconfirmed, this update comes after credible leaker Nate Drake reported no signs of a May event, fueling concerns Sony might be breaking tradition for 2025. Do we need a state of play from Sony?
I don't know. I mean, I assume there'll be maybe some stuff on Ghost of Yotei, because that's coming out this year, presumably. Maybe we'll get some stuff about Death Stranding ahead of its release, which is in the end of June. So there's that. Trying to think if there's anything else. Maybe that Mind's Eye game, I think, comes out next month.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
But I don't know if they're going to be doing anything real crazy. I mean, I would think that they would be doing... If they're going to do crazy shit, I would think they would have it at, Jeff Keighley's thing, maybe. But, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll do it themselves. Maybe they'll have something on Wolverine or something. I don't know. Or maybe that Saros game, the new the new Housemarque game.
Oh, yeah.
That would be kind of interesting to see, but that doesn't come out
Ghost
till
of
next year,
Yote,
so I'd
probably,
imagine.
right?
Yeah, I would think it's probably Ghost of Yote, Death Stranding, and maybe some third-party stuff. So yeah, I don't think that it's anything. It's going to be anything real crazy, but hopefully I'm wrong. It's always nice to have some cool new stuff to talk about.
I agree. All right, I got two more, and then Jake, you can talk about yours. Sony's announced it's going to be shutting down PlayStation Stars, which was a reward program they were doing that ultimately could lead to, PSN credit and all kinds of different stuff. It never made it onto the PS5 or PS4 consoles themselves, but it will be closed effective November 2026. New signups have been halted immediately, and existing members will only be able to earn rewards until July 23rd. Sony plans to quote-unquote refocus its loyalty efforts based on player engagement. What do you think?
I just looked to see how many points I have, and I have enough PlayStation Stars points to get a $10 gift card on the PSN. So that's kind of cool. This is a bummer because it is neat that like they do have a rewards app program where you can get ostensibly just for playing PlayStation games and buying PlayStation games, you can get credit to be able to purchase new games or digital collectibles or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's absolutely dumb that they didn't have it on the console, because I know I would have used it a lot more if it was staring me in the face when I turned my console on.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go through the PlayStation app, which, to be fair, the PlayStation app is pretty good, but, like, dude, I don't want to use the PlayStation app on my phone. I don't want to be on my phone. I want to be on my console. Like, I don't game on my phone.
Yeah, to be clear, you also get points for just buying games on the PSN if it's hooked up. You get points for that. So I just checked, and I used this quite a bit. I've probably racked up over the years probably at least $50 in credit, but not a lot, but it's something. And for them to get rid of it is kind of a bummer. I've got 2,011 points, so I've got enough for $5 right now, which I'm probably going to try to redeem ASAP, because if you guys got points on PlayStation Stars, you better go redeem that shit, because they're saying you can't earn any more points after July 23rd, but will you be able to cash them in after that? I don't know.
I think they said 2026, I think they said was when
it's going to be fully
it was going to
closed.
November 2026 would be the full closure. So I imagine you could redeem them up until that point.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I wonder what they're going to do.
That makes total sense. I don't know. I would imagine they're going to do something else. I mean, hopefully it's something a little more streamlined that's on the console.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
I agree.
But we'll have to see. They don't really have they're like the market leader, so they don't really have any incentive to give you one of these rewards programs.
Right.
I mean, you're going to buy shit on their console anyway, so who knows? One little side note, though. It annoys me that the PlayStation phone app on your phone is called the PS app.
Yeah.
So, like, there's the PlayStation icon, and the name of it is PS app. It's like, I'm in the fucking apps of my phone. I know it's a fucking app. Just call it PlayStation.
Yeah, right.
It's so strange
weird
to me from just like a aesthetics perspective.
It is weird.
But, yeah, I don't know. It's a little tangent, I suppose.
All right. Last news point that I had, Cyberpunk 2077 sequel, currently codenamed Orion, will be returning to Night City. But according to the series creator Mike Pondsmith, he's the one who he created Cyberpunk 2077, the board game, the role-playing game. He says it'll also introduce a second location described as Chicago Gone Wrong. Pondsmith, speaking in a recent interview, let the details slip while discussing his advisory role in the game, teasing a darker dystopian take on the Windy City without revealing more. So this happens when the inexperienced people get involved in PR stuff and get interviewed. I feel like they're just targets now. People just try to get them to slip and say stuff they shouldn't say. But
yeah,
that's cool. Chicago's a cool city. I know
Dude, this fucking game is 10 years away, so don't even think about it.
I'm just saying. Yeah, we don't have The Witcher 4 yet.
But it would be awesome. I mean, The Witcher 4 is probably
2 or 3 years. At
2+ years away. So you have to imagine this game is probably another 5 years on top of that.
Yeah, this is definitely PS6 material, for sure.
For sure.
But cool that they're keeping down on Night City, doubling down on Night City, but also maybe giving us maybe some sort of other area as well. But did you ever play the DLC for this Cyberpunk 20?
No, it's something I'd like to play because I've heard nothing but good things about it.
It's absolutely
but
amazing.
I gotta squeak it in somewhere.
It's like the Alan Wake DLC. You got to get into that too. Me too. Well, what news points do you have, Jake? I'm going to take some notes as you talk. That way we can get the show synopsis.
So I just had a couple of things. One, I thought this was just kind of a interesting little thing was that Clair Obscur Expedition 33, the game's official Blue Sky account, wrote that they sold 3.3 million copies of Clair's Obscur Expedition 33 days after launch, which I thought was kind of a neat little kind of a number game.
Yeah.
A number anomaly that kind of thing happened. But 3.3 million copies is really good for a game like this.
Yeah.
Especially only a month in. So that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you really don't have much to say about that, but
no, I've never played
it. I think that it bodes well for these types of like smaller but higher quality, lower budget kind of experiences.
Yeah.
And I say low budget meaning how much it costs, not like reflecting the quality of the game, because this is a very high quality game for how much it costs. You know, how many people made it and everything. So that's pretty awesome. The next kind of little news point was, it sounds like they announced that Hellblade 2 is coming to PlayStation 5 this week. And it's going to be released sometime this year to celebrate its 1-year anniversary. So I don't remember. I thought it came out in like May or something, but maybe it came out later than that. I don't know that I really care about this game. The first one was really good. I really enjoyed it, but everything that I've heard about the second game, I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, I might still play it, but I don't know that I'm going to pay money for it. So we'll have to see, though. I mean, maybe if it's on sale or something, or if I look a little bit deeper into it. But
yeah,
it's just, from what I understand, it's like did you play the first game?
Nope.
Hellblade. So there's I mean, it's very atmospheric. There's like a kind of like an interesting kind of story there, and like it's this whole thing about mental health, and then it's like this third person. There's a lot of these puzzles, but there's also this kind of simple but interesting sort of combat. And then everybody thought, well, the next game they're going to build all this. They're going to make the combat a little bit more engaging and all this stuff. And from what I understand, they went the complete opposite direction, where the game is like mostly cinematics and atmospheric and puzzles and all this stuff, and it's got even less combat in it. So I don't know, but again, maybe I need to read more about it to see if it's something that's interesting for me. But as of right now, I'm not really that interested in it. But I know it's a big game that probably might have a little bit of an audience on PlayStation, because the original was briefly a PlayStation exclusive, I'm pretty sure. The last thing that I just wanted to mention that I think a lot of people would be interested in is that from May 28th, which is tomorrow as of the time we're recording this, to June 11th, Sony is reducing the price on some of its PlayStation Store Direct and even participating retailers, some of its hardware, including for its Days of Play campaign. So this includes $50 off the PlayStation 5 Pro in the US. Sorry, LJ. Because because he, our buddy LJ, just bought one of these, and if he just waited 2 weeks, he could have got one for $50 cheaper. But that's awesome. And then I think they also mentioned a Call of Duty Black Ops 6 bundle starting at $399 for the PS5 digital version, the standard PS5 digital version. So that includes like obviously the PS5 and the game and shit. So Sony says it's $120 savings, but I don't know what it originally cost. The other thing that they mentioned is Call the Mountain bundle for PSVR 2, $50 discount for that. It looks like there's going to be discounts for DualSense Edge, Access controllers, Pulse Explorer wireless earbuds, and so like that kind of stuff. If you're interested in any of those things, there's discounts to be had there. And I don't know. That's pretty much it. There's just a lot going on out there, and people, if they want to get into gaming, maybe can't really afford the consoles as expensive as they are now. So, if a $50 discount on a console or something like that will get you in the door, then here you go.
Yeah, right.
Because it's not going to get any cheaper. I mean, with tariffs and all this other shit going on, I mean, you're lucky the price isn't going up, not going down a little bit.
Yeah, this is the time to buy, I suppose. Very good. So, that out of the way, man, that's pretty much the news points. I did have a PSN message from one of our listeners just about the Kia. They must be a mechanic or something. I'm not sure what they do, but they said something about how just wait till I was talking about all the different features and stuff. I think how there's too much tech, and they were just like, oh, just wait until the temperature drops and you get the low tire pressure warnings all the time, until the weather balances back out. And I'm like, oh gosh, I hope there's a way to turn that off, but there's probably not.
I mean, it goes that comes on because your tire pressure drops, so because it's cold.
Yeah, but you don't want to overfill them and then have it warm up. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I mean obviously, but it's pretty interesting. Sometimes, like, my car has a button that lets you reset it, but a lot of cars you actually have to put air in it for it to go away.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but you'll be all right.
Yeah. Let me see here. That's it, man. That's all I got. No new games to report this week, and keep the episode nice and light for our listeners, man. I wish I had more to share with everybody. I don't have anything. We had a little bit of Hero Quest going on this past weekend for my birthday. My brother came down, we hung out. I got a bottle of that Crown Royal Blackberry from my buddy Ralph. And dude, I've been stocking up on like sweeter wines. Do you like wine at all?
I really do like wine. I hate sweet wine.
Oh, really?
It's got to be dry as a bone. I fucking love dry wine,
wines.
But sweet wine to me, it's like you might as well drink juice. It's so sugary. I don't like it.
Well, I guess it can get syrupy. Some of them, and it tastes bad. It's like it's not good. Some of them, but.
To be fair, I mean, there are things that I think are nice to have dry wine for. Like, for example, sometimes in the summer when it's hot and we have the pool open, I'll make slushies with, like, frozen fruit and Moscato, which is a sweet wine. But when you, like, blend them together, it makes us, like, a smoothie, and that's really sweet and kind of alcoholic. But just as far as, like, a regular drinking wine, I mean... The sweetest wine, I mean, because Sarah's the same as me. Like, the sweetest wine we probably drink is like a Riesling or like a Pinot Grigio, like a white wine, and even those are relatively dry. So maybe like a rosé or something. But yeah, it's kind of like the nature of my palate. It's kind of like, I don't know, but it's cool that you're getting into it.
Well, dude, there's a blueberry wine that this local winery makes. They're called Webb Winery. And I've had sweet wines, and I've had wines that are supposed to taste like fruity or whatever. I fucking shit you not. This blueberry wine, it tastes like they picked the fucking things right off the bush. Like, it's not...
Yeah.
It's not even sweet. It just tastes like blueberries. Like, literally, there's no artificial shit. It's all natural. Mm-hmm. And it's some of the best wine I've ever tasted. And it's Pennsylvania blueberries. And I think a bottle's like $22, which is... I mean, but it's so good. And it's a local... It's a local winery, which is awesome. So, anyways, I digress. Jake, do you got anything you want to say to the listeners before we close things off?
Nah. I don't think so. I'm hungry. I'm going to go get some food.
Okay. Well, everybody, that concludes the episode of PS is Awesome, episode 379. Thanks for tuning in this week. We'll be back next week. Make sure to... have a safe week. And maybe the sun will come out before we die. Like Jack Move, Jet Racer, and John Wick Hex. P.S.
Yes.
This is awesome.
This is awesome.